Oh, Denise, yes. And then you come after Denise. Hi.
Hello. Dear, dear Gangaji. How could I have missed this opportunity?
You couldn't have.
I've been sitting with your question that you asked me as you were walking out. You said, how's it going?
And you said,
I paused because I didn't quite know what to say, and I said, it's going. And I realized that was kind of a vague answer.
oh, I felt like
maybe
it
not.
was like a
Okay, good,
bullseye.
because I hoped you got the directness of that response. Because it's hard to talk about. It feels like I'm on this path, and I was writing about it, through this garden of death. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous garden. Everything is like symbols of impermanence, but there they are. It's so beautiful. Whether it's the flowers or the trees or the sky or the birds or people. So there's this walk that I feel like I'm on, and I realize that there's two beings walking with me. And one I would call, there's a great song saying, go find the demon in a dark, dark wood. That wasn't very hard to do, to find my demon. So I have my, quote, what I call my demon. His name is Fear. And then there's, I guess you could call it an angel. Her name is Grace. And they kind of walk with me on this path. And I appreciate both of them, because the demon has been with me all my life. And the demon's saying, what if you don't do this right? This dying. What if you don't do dying right? What if you do it wrong?
this sounds like a demon's
It's
logic, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's, but it feels like a kind of a gift, because I go, I might not do it the way somebody might want me to, but it's just going to be. And then the angel kind of goes, just keep opening your heart.
Very simple.
And so the two of them kind of are there. And because I feel like I want my heart to break into a million pieces.
Hasn't it already?
It has.
And each piece alive like a flower,
And
dying.
just to keep. I mean, my heart, just being here with you, it's just like, it's just so precious.
I feel the same way with you.
And being with Deborah, it's just so precious. And all these people who really care about me, it's like, and to let them all in a way that I haven't always done. I know I told you before, don't worry, it's not contagious, it's just cancer.
Not a cold, thank God.
My humor hasn't left me.
Yeah, it gets dark. That's a good side of the demon.
My humor is still here. But, when you're on a plane and you start coughing, and you go, oh, don't worry, it's not contagious.
That's what everybody says.
Anyway, so it's going. And, and I see the gradual progression, the the coughing and the wheezing is a constant reminder. If those split second I forget, all of a sudden it's like this little, and I go, oh yes, there you are. There you are.
Look how wide open you are.
It's been such a blessing in such a, I mean, your note to me when you said it's a blessing that is incomprehensible. And I went, yes.
Well, you're the proof of it, really. You have done it. There's nothing you can do now, from now on, that will cancel what you have done and given to all of us. That's the truth. You were at Fallen Leaf, you were this bright aura, but it's even more now.
Speaking of Fallen Leaf, I really miss Robin.
Uh-huh. Yes, some of you know Robin, who's been a part of the Sangha for a while.
Yeah.
Died between now and Fallen Leaf. She was at Fallen Leaf.
Yeah.
Really.
She gave me oxygen that last night. You know.
She had oxygen to spare, huh?
And you were like, you get your oxygen. I went, okay.
No toughing this out.
And you just pointed your finger at me and
Take your oxygen.
yes, ma'am. I said, all right, Mom. So anyway, I do miss her.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I miss her.
Beautiful spirit.
And I was thinking I really wanted to read a poem. And yesterday I was thinking, I really would love to read this poem for Gangaji. And I thought, oh, well, Kim could do it better than I could, you know. And then I went, well.
Not this poem. This poem is for you, right?
Because I know she knows it. You know?
But she knows every poem.
I know, she knows them all. And that was so beautiful this morning. Oh, I would so love a copy of that. I was just in tears. It was like, yes, yes.
Well, you're in tears a lot with the beauty of everything. I would imagine.
I am.
It shows.
I am.
Such a gift you are.
And such a gift you are.
It's meeting, isn't
25 years of giving. What a blessing.
Incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. So if I could.
Please.
Put my eyes on, I can see. That was the one I wrote. There we go. And this just so expresses for me Mary Oliver, of course. And it's When Death Comes. When death comes like the hungry bear in autumn. When death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me, and snaps the purse shut. When death comes like the measles pox. When death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades. And this is, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering, what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness?
It's tissue right there if you want.
I've been going through a lot of these. So what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness? And therefore, I look upon everything as a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And I look upon time as no other than an idea. Thank God. Finally. And I consider eternity as another possibility. And I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy, and as singular. And each name a comfortable music in the mouth, tending as all music does towards silence. And each body a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was a bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I've made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. I want the world to just keep breaking my heart.
And you have succeeded. You have what you want. What a life.
What a life.
Precious life.
Precious, precious life. Thank you. And I must say that I still feel the pressure of your forehead on mine from yesterday. I slept well last night.
Me too.
Good.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you for all of us.
Thank you, Gangaji. Thank you from all of us.
That's what we're left with, isn't it? It's a life well lived. It's a death well lived.
Yeah, this author whom I just am so struck by, Stephen Jenkinson, says that most people dying, spend most of their time trying not to.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do that. I just really want to just dive into this. It's
Like life.
yeah, it's life.
Most people living spend their time trying not to live.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Free of the burden.
Free.
This is a possibility for each of us to be the beacon for each other. Yeah. Not because you're doing it for some other. You're really doing it all for yourself. To live this fullness, so full that there's no other. To die this fullness, so fully, there's no other. That's the transmission. Thank you.